Before we begin, please be advised that viewer discretion is strongly recommended. None of the content presented here has been exaggerated or taken out of context. These are the exact statements made by the prosecution team, defense team, and Israel Flores, security guard, in a federal court from May 12, 2025. Some words have been censored to comply with YouTube's guidelines. What you're about to hear is a voiced-over reading of testimonies from the Sean Diddy Combs trial. Source courtroom reporter at Inner City Press on X.com. All parties are presumed innocent until proven guilty. Listen at your own discretion. Israel Flores, an officer with the Los Angeles Police Department, is called to the stand by the AUSA. He is sworn in and starts his testimony.
I'm also a reservist for the Army. I was a guard with Securitas in 2016 at the Intercontinental Hotel near Century City.
What happened on March 5, 2016?
I was told about the 6th floor. There, I recognized Sean Combs. He is there wearing a gray sweater.
What was your title?
Assistant Director of Security.
Let me show you a photo of the Intercontinental Hotel.
It's shaped like a pyramid.
What kind of incidents did you respond to?
All kinds. We had a couple of SS there. We'd prepare incident reports, the 5 Ws.
Would you attach photos to the reports?
Yes, but not video. We did not have the password.
When did this incident take place?
11 a.m. I got a report of a woman in distress on the 6th floor. I closed the security base and checked the cameras. There was an African-American man pacing back and forth. I didn't see a female. I rushed there.
What did you see on the 6th floor?
Mr. Combs in a towel and some light-colored socks. He's a rapper, producer, and Cassie on the floor.
Let me show you photos.
At this point, the prosecution shows Officer Flores a photo of Diddy in a tuxedo and a separate photo of Cassie Ventura smiling.
What did you tell them?
That if they were arguing, they'd have to take it back to their room, and that the broken vase would be charged to the room. Cassie said she wanted her phone and her bag. Ms. Cassie said she wanted to leave. Mr. Combs said, "You're not leaving." I saw inside the room a male, black, wearing dark clothing.
What did Mr. Combs do after Cassie left?
He called for me. He was holding a stack of money not to tell anyone.
What did you say?
I said, "I don't want your money. The damage is going to be charged to your room."
Where did Cassie go?
After I spoke with her, she left. A car pulled up. She left in a black SUV.
Was there a driver?
7 feet. He said she wants to leave. I said, "I'm talking to her, not you." They left.
Then what?
We went up to Mr. Combs's room to remind him of hotel rules. He opens the door and grabs the phone and says, "Are you recording me?" I pinned him to the wall. I took photos of the broken vase to tell them to come clean it up. I went to write the incident report.
Is this it?
My report with my name on it.
At this moment, the defense objected and the judge said, "Noted." Then they continued.
Then did you review the video?
Yes?
I'm handing you a thumb drive with videos.
Video shown to Mr. Flores.
Did it have audio?
No.
Let's walk through it. Who is this?
Cassie.
And this?
Mr. Combs?
What's happening here?
She picked up the wall phone.
What did you find when you got there?
The broken vase?
What is at the end of this video?
Me coming out of the elevator.
Let's pull up the incident report again.
Here, we reminded him that the checkout time was approaching.
What did you add to the incident report after you reviewed the video?
I described what I saw in the video.
What else did you do with the video?
I recorded 2 videos of it with my iPhone to show my wife at home.
Flores' video of the Cassie Hotel incident, which he shot on his phone with his narration, and includes comments about how shiny his shoes were, is played for the jury. Then ASUA continues with questioning.
Did you work the next day?
No, I had the next 2 days off.
When you came back in, did you look for the video?
I did, but it was gone.
Did you ever see it again?
Yes, recently.
Nothing further.
At this point, the court offers cross-examination to the defense, and the defense begins examining Mr. Flores.
You said your report was the 5 W's, right?
Yes.
You mentioned that when you get off the elevator, 11:14 or 11:15, you describe Mr. Combs as having a devilish expression on his face.
That's my opinion.
When you get off the elevator, what's in your hand?
My radio.
Mr. Combs did not attack you, did he?
No.
And was there any law enforcement involvement?
No.
You videoed for your wife and kept it, right?
I did.
But law enforcement was never called?
They were not.
You told the jury Mr. Combs said to Cassie, "You're not leaving," but your report didn't say that, right?
At that point, I did not believe it was a significant fact. I'm not going to put down the back and forth.
So it wasn't important 9 years ago, but only now.
Prosecution objected but was overruled.
I did not put it in the report at the time.
You said you were offered a bribe, but hadn't you told him he had to pay for the vase?
Yes.
The gentleman you say you saw in the room, you described to the jury things not in your report.
He didn't engage.
Why didn't you ask him his name?
He wasn't talking to no one.
Did you tell anyone at the time?
No.
And the 7-foot driver, do you know who it was?
I don't know, but Cassie knew him.
You didn't put in your report that you offered to call law enforcement, but she refused. Why not?
She said no, so there was no reason to include it.
You said you put Mr. Combs against the wall. That's aggressive, isn't it?
It could be, but I only put my forearm against his chest.
But you didn't put that in your report.
You're asking me to have put more detail in my report.
Do you remember the layout?
No, just a corner room.
Was it a normal hotel room like I would stay in? Just one room? Or did it have a living room?
I don't know.
The third party, you said he was on a bed?
It was a pullout.
You were in the hospitality business as well as security, right?
Yes.
Mr. Combs, it was clear to you that he wanted to pay for the damage, right?
The AUSA objected, called for speculation, and the judge ordered that the question be asked differently.
It can be embarrassing for a guest.
The prosecution objected, which the judge sustained.
One moment, nothing further.
Judge asks ASIS if she wants to redirect.
Did you typically include every single detail in a report?
No.
Did he seem drunk or high?
No.
When he offered you money, what did he say?
That he didn't want anyone to know about it, pretty much.
Which way was Mr. Combs dragging Cassie?
Back toward the room.
Nothing further.
At this point, the judge asked if the defense needed a recross, and they only asked one more question.
They are motion-sensitive cameras, so there are gaps, right?
Yes. Nothing further.
Following this, the court asked for the next witness. So there you have it. An ex-military security officer, a shattered vase, a silent camera, and a rap mogul allegedly waving a stack of cash to bury the moment. Officer Flores may not have worn a badge, but his testimony pulled back the curtain on a disturbing encounter that prosecutors say speaks volumes. But this is just one thread in a much darker web. Because what happens next makes this look like the calm before the storm.